Hi, this is Jason DeWild from AKA Academy, and today we're going to have a look at some bass guitar and some processing ideas that might be interesting. So let's have a listen to the bass in this track. So it's starting to sound pretty cool. Let's have a listen to it by itself. So it's a reasonably good bass tone, but what I want is a little bit more aggression into it. So let's have a look at how we kind of did that. So the first plugin that I've got is Native Instruments Guitar Rig. Now, this bass was actually recorded just simply with a DI. So for me, it makes a lot more sense to start the first processor as a bit of an amp simulation. So this is what this Bass Pro is actually doing. It's just putting a little bit of an amp sound onto what is otherwise a fairly clean bass tone. But then it gets a little bit more interesting, because what I do then is I then split this bass channel into two areas. So split A has got nothing on it. So that's actually ultimately just going to be the bass amp itself. But split B has got a big fuzz distortion on it. And this is going to add a lot more top end grit and a lot more top end aggression to the sound. So let's have a listen again to the bass sound by itself. And now I'll bring in the whole processor. So it's starting to sound pretty cool. So what I want though is this slider here gives me kind of like a blend between amp sound and fuzz sound. So if you listen, if I push it all the way over here to just hear the fuzz, it's super fuzzy, super gritty, but it's lost a lot of the body out of it. So, but down here is the amp sound, which sounds cool, but I like a little bit of a combination or a blend of both. So this is really good to do this. So that's sounding pretty good. So again, without it and with it. Now you may have noticed that it's lost a lot of the level of the bass and a little bit of that bottom end tone, but don't worry, because the next processor is kind of going to bring it all back again. So this is now the Slate Virtual Mix Rack. The first module that I've got is a trimmer, and this is set like at +6. So this is cranking the level up quite a bit. But what it does is it pushes more level into this virtual channel module here. In this instance, it's set to the USA console, and its input's only fairly moderate. And then from there, it goes into an FG2A, which is this compressor. So let's hear it again without it. So that's just the Native Instruments rig. Now this. So it's brought the level and it's brought the bottom end back into the sound again. So that's already sounding pretty cool. But I want even more aggression. So this is what we've decided to do next. So I'm going to just flip to the mixer window for a sec. And here is our guitar rig channel that we were just listening to. What I've then done is sent that sound off to a new channel here. And this channel has got Decapitator on it, which is a great plugin if you really want more distortion and aggression. So you can see that I've turned the drive up a long way, but also importantly, I've pushed the punish button, and this really adds so much more aggression and tone into it. So let's hear it now without it. And now I'll add it in. So there's far more tone, far more aggression. Really like the sound of that. So it's now starting, it's got that beautiful bottom end, it's got that sizzle aggression in the top. What we then did after that is I then took these two channels. So this is the guitar rig channel and the decapitator channel, and then they are both sent to this third channel here, which is acting like a submix channel. So this is going to process both of these sounds in one go. On this channel, I've got the single plugin, and again, it's a virtual mix rack. And you'll notice in the virtual channel, this little setting here. So I've got it set to an SSL-E series, but with its input fully cranked here. And this is going to give me that little bit of extra aggression and extra tone. But have a listen to what a difference it makes. I'm going to just keep it bypassed for now. And now let's bring it in. So for my mind, what that's actually done is it's kind of added a little bit more body to the bass sound and taken off some of that harsher top end to the sound. So let's hear it again without it. And now I'll bring it in. So it's just a lot more, just a little bit more tamed in that top end, but that's going to work now far better with the track. So let's hear it all together. So it's a far more aggressive and far more in-your-face track. So let's show you what it is when we started. It was this tone. And a huge difference that we've now made here. So let's have it all back in again. And it's turned the bass into what was kind of like just sitting in the background, almost into a lead instrument. And it's really made the hook of this track really cool. So I hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget to subscribe and leave any comments, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Till next time, catch you soon.